Go here. I'll get everything set up. Well, we know one of the players is going to be Oscar Dominguez. A terrific player, terrific friend. You do know that he was, for those of you, I doubt that anybody wouldn't know, but he was on the in the Mosconia Cup a couple of years ago.
Right.
And just a terrific gentleman, he and his dad, Ernesto. And this, I can't wait to see who he's going to be playing. JJ's going to be with us for a little while longer here, which is terrific. Oh, look at this. Look who he's playing.
Rodney Martin.
Rodney the Rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be one terrific match.
You see, now I remember both of these young men when they were real young. In fact, I remember Oscar when he used to work with his father.
Yes, exactly.
Working on pool tables.
Well, you know, they came and put my pool table together and put my Simonis on and did my rails. And
I used to have Ernesto come out to different places and do different things for different people. And he's the one that set up all the tables in Good Times.
Oh, yes.
When he first opened up. And well, Farrell started it. He moved the players over there, and then when players didn't get off the ground, and Edgar got the building and everything from him, and then he named it Good Times because we were trying to find a name for the place, and I said, well, it might as well be Good Times. Yeah.
It's going to be right back. I'm going to put Daniel in here for
okay.
just a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll be back. Thanks, Barbie.
Barbecue with the hot streaming coffee. This should be a heck of a match.
All right, JJ. Yeah, it should be a heck of a match.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing how many of my friends you know.
Oh, that I know?
Yeah, because every time I watch your show or listen to your show, the guys that you be talking about are guys that I knew from years back that I didn't even know was still around.
Right.
Like a cup of hot tea?
No, thank you very much. No.
Got some water. You got water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Barbie.
I'll be right back.
All right, this should be a great match.
Yeah.
Wait for this match. Nice.
Did we stop the recording and start it again?
Yeah, I see.
Yes. Awesome. Great. We're recording here. We're great. Love you, babe.
You know, I was surprised how fast somebody realized that the questions I asked, we got.
Quick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
well, it was my first guess.
Yeah, right. Right.
You showed me the video, though.
Huh?
You showed me the video.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I thought about after I said that to you. You know.
Oh, let's tell everybody who your good friend is, where you're sort of stationed at right now.
Oh, you mean my lifelong friend?
Your lifelong friend. Actually, who in the chat room knows
That's what I should have
who
put
one
down
of
for the-
JJ's lifelong friends are? Can anybody answer that question? That'd be interesting, huh? But before
whoever,
somebody in
whoever answered that question is going to have to know me well enough to know who he is. You know, and a lot of people in the chat room might know me, but might not know me that well. You know. Well, it looks like Rodney's going to win the leg.
Well, and I'm just updating on my Facebook right now.
All right. Now this is what amazes me, how this is done.
What?
How?
Oh, the Facebook,
yeah, how
and the
the
note social networks and all that. Isn't
how
that
this
great?
works. 'Cause I've seen it all the time. I went through a bunch of them. I got a bunch of them that come to me, but I don't know how they work that, how it works, you know. I had to get you to come over one afternoon and show me how to
I'm
do it.
happy to do that. I'll tell you one thing, though. It's a lot of work.
I know it. I know it.
Scratch on the break, huh?
Yeah. You know, I met Oscar and his brother at the same time. And his brother, I don't think, play pool. He might play, but not as well as Oscar. Because I used to watch him as kids playing on the table when they were setting up good times. And
oh, yeah.
It was a toss-up which one of them would win. But evidently, Oscar took it serious and got good.
That's right. We got Oscar Dominguez and Rodney Morris here.
Yeah.
Racing to 7 at the 16th annual J. Swanson Memorial Tournament. I'm sitting here with JJ of Pool Action Videos.
Yeah.
And this is Daniel Bush. You're watching the POV Pool channel on Ustream.
Now, you asked me a question about my best friend.
Oh, yeah, your best friend. Oh, a miss and a scratch by Oscar.
My best friend, my lifelong friend in California, is Ernie Gutierrez from Gina Q.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll say this with no reservations, the man is out of sight. He's a friend when you need one, and not just to me, but to most people he knows. And
yeah,
if it doesn't be for this man, I might not be here today. And I say that from the bottom of my heart.
That's saying quite a lot.
Because I had a few problems in life, which most people do, and I had nobody that I could really turn to.
Yeah.
And he said, well, if I can help you, let me know. And without a second thought, he just made it possible for me to exist. And I told him if I could do anything to help him, I'd be more than willing to, you know. And we've been friends, but we was friends way before that.
Okay, yeah.
No, the way we got to be friends was we both hung out in a pool room that neither one of us could beat nobody in there, and we were the only two people that was the same speed, so we played each other all the time.
Okay, so you didn't want to be the two fish in there, but you became the
so
two.
we played each other. But now the caliber of players that was in that particular room was Jimmy Moore,
okay,
UJ Puckett, Irvin Crane.
Oh, well, that's a high caliber.
Robert Rags Woods, Ronnie Allen.
Yeah.
What's the other cat's name? Oh God. There's a couple, so many of them. But anyway, that was the generation of gold pool players, and after midnight they would charge to come in a back room and watch them play straight pool.
No kidding.
Moscone would be in there. I don't tell them who would be in the room. Richie Florence, that's who I was trying to think of, yeah. And I mean, these were straight pool players of the highest caliber. But Ernie knew them all because Ernie were making cue sticks for him.
Okay.
That was his clientele. And Champagne Jimmy Moore, not Jimmy Moore, but Ed Kelly, the fella that's up in Vegas now, and quite a few other guys that were around at that particular time. But getting back to the point where me and him was friends,
yeah,
I've known a lot of people in my life. I've been around countless numbers of people, but this young man has proven to be not just a friend, but I would say family.
Yeah, that's what you've told me.
He made me feel like family.
That's what you've told me.
And to the day, he still does that. you know.
All right. Well, look, Oscar takes the first rack, and you know, he gave it back to Rodney.
Who do you like in this match?
Who do I like in this match? Well, I've seen Rodney struggle a little bit with this table, and this is Oscar's house, you know.
Right.
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
So I'm gonna say Oscar by a game or two, maybe.
Well,
but I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be a runaway train, you know.
No.
But that's absolutely nothing. I'm not trying to knock.
You can't knock either one.
Rodney at all.
No.
You know, he's
Rodney can play. There's no doubt about it. He always has been.
Yeah.
A player. You know.
Yeah.
He always will be.
Yeah. And I don't know what the pool tracks rating on these guys is separately.
But what amazes me though,
but sometimes
Oscar has learned how to play safe. Not just play, but to play safe. I've been watching some of the matches he's been playing, and the safeties that he's been playing and getting out of is unreal.
Yeah, and I think he, you know, I can't speak for how he. I can't answer for him, but I would think a theory is that you know, because they've been making such tight tables,
right.
I'm talking about they when I say Oscar and Ernesto.
Yeah, right.
They have been the mechanics on so many tables and have to make them so tight that they've learned how to play on the tight tables.
Right.
You know, like when Oscar played John Mora here on table 6, which is just one table over.
Yeah, I watched that.
A race to 100.
Right.
Oscar's ability to play safe over John Mora was just, you know, phenomenal. It was much stronger because he already knows going into it that you can't just go for everything on these tight pockets.
But you know, a lot of the players that play one pocket love these tight pocket tables.
Sorry.
And in one pocket game, you have to know how to bank. Now, I've yet to see one of the 9-ball players or the 10-ball players shoot at a bank unless it was a cross-side bank. You know, they just don't do it. And to me, that was leaving part of the game unplayed, because being a one-pocket player myself, I know for a fact when you leave somebody leave me a bank, they left the back door wide open. Because if you make that bank and you got nerve to shoot at that bank and make it, you're not only going to get in the game, you're going to probably win the game.
Yes. Yeah, and you know, I'm going to have to say I think I do like Oscar by about a game or two in this match. But you know,
well,
another part of this though is that, you know, in a race to 7, either one of these players can catch a gear and take 3 or 4 games. You know, just like that. So we're gonna see though.
It doesn't matter who gets down first.
Who gets up? Yeah, who gets down first and does it? You know, I'm gonna turn it over back to the barbecue.
Right.
And
well, I'm gonna be leaving in a little bit.
JJ, you're gonna be leaving too.
The time is what? 3:30, 3:34. Is that the time down there?
It is 3:03.
Oh, 3:03. Yeah. Well, I haven't got much time before the sun go down, and I'm like Dracula.
Okay. All right.
The sun come out.
Well, before you leave, you know, I mean, we don't have to shake hands, but because you know I'll be seeing you again.
Oh, we gonna see each other for and I'm gonna play some pool pretty soon.
That's right, and I gotta show you how to. I gotta show you. I gotta show you how to navigate the Facebook and do all of that.
Right. That I would appreciate very much. You know?
It's my pleasure. You know. So I hope you sell the rest of your Swanee videos today.
Well, the first thing I got to do is let the people on here know that I got them.
Yes.
There's you know, there's no way of getting to the people without just disturbing somebody, you know.
Well, once again, I'll do some walking around, and I will let people know that you're here, and you can sit at that table for another half an hour or so and see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
And let's definitely stay in touch.
Right.
All right, and you know, enjoy the rest of the match if you want to watch the rest of the match. We've got seating for you here.
I gotta stretch my legs a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, JJ.
All right. Now, I got one other thing I'd like to say too. Another friend of mine is Edgar Salazar.
Oh yeah, Edgar Salazar of Good Times.
Yeah. Now this young man had a dream when he wanted to open a pool room. He called me up and said I wanted to find one, and I was just fortunate enough to be around when one came available. He wound up getting a pool room, and that room, when we put that room together, we put it together, but it was a dream of mine that I had coming to California that he fulfilled for me. Mm-hmm. Because helping him do that, I got that out of my system. And that pool room is one of the finest in the valley.
I've been there many times already,
Yeah.
and that's where I actually met you in person finally.
Right.
And I love Edgar. He's a great guy, and I think he should stick with it, you know, because he's got something good going.
Yeah. At first, he wasn't into it like he is now, because he was aware of how much attention it took to have a pool room, because he's one of the best mechanics on cars that Ford had. Whenever they had problems with cars, they would call up the division that he was in, and he would get online and tell the people all over California or the West Coast how to repair certain parts of cars. That's how good he is. And then he had a few ups and downs, and he had to change his stroke. So he got the pool room as a hobby, but now it's a full-time occupation for him, and he's doing well, you know.
Yeah, I know he had a bit of a shoulder injury and stuff like that.
Man,
so
that was the luckiest thing I ever heard of in my life. The man is lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
But when you do good things happen to you, and the man upstairs was looking out for him, you know.
Yeah. Hey, once again, would you like us to put an email address for you?
I think she did already.
Let's do it one more time, because there are already other people. Callie Red is asking about a link where he can find more out about you. So what is your email address?
Pool Action Videos at yahoo.com.
All right. Now that I know it by heart, I won't forget it. If you want to know more about JJ, and if you want to find out more about the videos that he has made over the years, you can contact him at poolactionvideos at yahoo.com.
And you can also put my telephone number over there. It'd be a lot easier.
Hey, he's got a phone too. What's the number? 818. Yep.
506.
506.
6479.
6479.
And that's anytime.
Oops. Anytime.
After 12 noon.
All right, JJ. Thanks again.
Thank you,
It's great to see you, man.
It's a pleasure sitting up here talking to you and barbecue.
Oh, JJ,
you're immensely.
You know, when I first met you, you're an inspiration to me, man. So, and I just want to keep doing what you started.
Like,
you know,
like I told you, you walking around in my footsteps, Jack.
Exactly. And I'm trying to walk closely.
I'm glad that somebody's doing it that is doing a good job, you know.
Thanks. It means a lot.
Alrighty. I don't want to step on the wire.
If you remember before you come and shake my hand again, I might come out with you to the parking lot.
All right, everybody. That was JJ. JJ Jenkins, known mostly to the pool world as JJ. Isn't he great?
He is fantastic. What a treat and what a pleasure today.
What a nice guy.
And what a great giveaway that he did.
Yeah, it was real nice of him. If you just joined onto the chat room earlier, JJ asked a trivia question, and we gave away a video of Jay Swanson playing Dennis Hatch in 1988.
And how appropriate.
At this location, Hard Times Billiards. That's what makes it so appropriate too. Is, you know.
Just what a treat for me.
Oh, absolutely, and me, and I hope to you guys in the audience.
So here we are, honey.
Here we are, and Oscar.
Oscar just got to the table, and hey, I have a little update for you. I was talking to Bustamante out there, and then I talked to Larry Bond.
Yeah.
They had finished so Larry Bond is out, and Boosty ran a 5-pack on him.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
The first 5-pack of the tournament.
It might be. It very well could be.
And it was executed by Francisco Bustamante, who beat Shane Van Boning in that, you know, that 3-day event with the TAR, the action room.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What a great day it is today. Boy, this we've had some fantastic guest speakers here. And giveaways and great action.
It's been a great morning, and it's a great afternoon. And look at this action. Look at this match right here.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a highlight for me.
Frozen on the rail.
Yes, he is.
He missed.
Nope. Nah, tough shot, man.
It was tough. The 3-ball looks partially covered by the 6.
Yeah, I got a little problem down there, although he has an opportunity right here to break it out. I do believe. I don't know that he'll do it here, but nope. I think he might have been trying for that too. And Doug Wu is by here, and Doug, I believe, are you still undefeated?
No, I'm out.
You're out?
I lost to Morrow and then Efren.
Okay, Doug Wu just said he lost to Morrow and then Efren. The last I saw him standing over here not too long ago, he was still in this thing. Well, you did really good. Doug Wu did very good. He's very happy, he says. He came in the money, and he got to play the world's best pool player. Something to be said about that. Efren the Magician in the house.
Yeah, my good friend Doug Wu, he was doing well today.
Wu was doing.
Folded against Morrow.
Did really well yesterday.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Well, we're really happy for Doug Wu of the
Apologize, folks.
West Coast pool players.
It's not the correct score. The score is actually 2-1.
Multitasking. That's what we do here in the booth, you know. We try to talk and operate everything, and sometimes, and then people come up and talk, so, you know, it gets a little distracting sometimes, but we do our best, just trying to bring you all of the action here, keep everybody informed of what's happening at the 16th annual Jay Swanson Memorial.
Luann in the chat room wants to know how many games you got against Efren. Was it one game?
One, and it was a 3-9 combo.
One. It was a 3-9
combo. Well, that's something, isn't it?
Other than that, I was just kicking at balls.
He was kicking at balls, he said, so I guess it was pretty brutal. But he's smiling. He's always got a smile on his face, Doug Wu here.
So far, I think we have 16 players left.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Do a little research for us.
Oh,
right,
Doug's going to be our runner. He's going to run off.
Hey, Doug, should I write this down? Thank you, man.
He's going to let us know the scoop.
Do a run for us and give us an update on all of the players who are left. And then the final, hopefully he'll bring back the final payouts, too.
And we have another rack win here.
Yep. It's 2-2.
Rodney.
Neck and neck.
Yes, we are. It's going to be neck and neck, I think. There's going to be a little similar to this last match that we had.
Well, we'll see.
Well, in that that's true, and that did happen. That did happen last time. But you know, JJ and I were talking about that when you start to get to this caliber, if you miss,
yeah,
all right, it's pretty much assumed your opponent's going to be out unless there's some real problem with the table. But these guys have been breaking so well that there's usually not.
I was telling JJ earlier, Rodney has struggled on this table a couple times.
Yes.
But one thing, and I'll just show you right there, is his break on this table has been phenomenal.
Yes, it certainly has.
So that is, for every minus, there's a plus for Rodney. And, I would say the same thing goes for Oscar. So, JJ asked me who I think's the favorite for this, and I think I favor Oscar by about 1 or 2 games, basically because he's used to shooting on this table a lot.
Well, you got a point there. And although Rodney, I believe, I can't remember whether it was the Mez or the, there was one of the big events down here. It was 9-ball, I believe. And he was playing over on table 6, I remember. And he wasn't having any trouble, that's for sure. But you're right, he has had a little bit of trouble speed-wise and a few issues on this table 1 here today.
Okay, well, if that was a safety he played, it was beautiful. I can't imagine he was going for that ball.
Yeah, no, he was playing safe.
There was a clear path to it, so that was a great shot.
Here comes Oscar to the table. Look at this shot. Okay, now this is the second. He just kicked it in.
Yeah.
He kicked 2 rails and came off the rail and kicked that 2-ball right on the side. And I just watched him do a similar shot, only it was even more difficult, on table 6 a little while ago. And a long cut kick. Look at this. And pocketed. Oh, I'll tell you what, he can put that cue ball anywhere he wants to. It's such a pleasure to watch him shoot.
Oh.
Look at this.
Okay.
What's going to happen? Is he going to get it? No. Wow. Oh my God, this is exciting. These 2 guys, you talk about talent. Absolutely fantastic. Boy, this is just, it doesn't get any better than this, Daniel. It really doesn't. This quality.
This is top-notch.
We're talking the top of the pool ladder here in this room. And we're right here. Gotta love it.
And I gotta tell you, folks, it doesn't take much right now to open up another tab and post the povpool.com link in your Facebook. Get people to watch this stream because this is phenomenal pool.
It certainly is.
And we've got we're gonna have hopefully an amazing final for you this evening.
Well, we've got a lot of good matches going to be coming up here on the streaming table. That's for sure. This is all going to be high-powered, high-quality. Top of the heap here.
Yes.
And got a row seat.
Oscar.
Absolutely. I'm in the Oscars of pool.
If you need anything, I'm available. I'll stick around for an hour or 2 to see what you're up to.
Okay.
And speaking of Oscar Dominguez.
Otherwise, I'll just head out. I'll only stick around here if you need me.
Okay. Why don't I come? Let me talk to you in about 5 minutes or.
I'll be ready.
See, I said Oscars, and here we have Oscar Dominguez.
Yes.
Just having a little fun.
Hey. What was the score with Bo, Corey?
7-3 for Bo.
There's an interesting thing that Oscar does, and I've seen other people do it too, but certainly not everybody does it. And I love how he does this little wipe of his cue, right before he.
Oh yeah.
He does this little characteristic swipe.
Yeah, well, we all have our own style.
Certainly do.
Emma.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. And he
underhanded grip.
Yes.
Of the cue, and then he puts his bridge hand down.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he turns the hand back over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I love being able to be on this side watching and catching all of these little things that these pros do.
Absolutely.
Because it really does teach you a lot. And like I said, I've never lost from here in the booth. I make every shot.
Oh, great. All right, so we have a little breakdown here. This is actually a hot seat match that you're watching right now, Oscar versus Rodney.
Well, this is even more exciting.
Yeah, this is very exciting.
Made a ball on the break, and I don't think he has enough of the one. Oh, no, he didn't.
Bracket A.
Did he? Yes, he did.
Bracket A on the one-loss side, we have John Schmidt playing King Kong Bernardo Chavez. And the winner of that match will go on to play Fach Garcia. In addition to
Fach is still in.
Bustamante, who will be playing Bo Renigan. And the winner of that match will go on to play Morro Paez.
Now, there's a whole story about Bo Renigan.
So that is our final 8 players, folks. Not down to 16, down to 8.
Well, now, is just this on the winner's side, or?
I think, oh, no. Yes, that's actually, we do have more players. Yeah, there's Max over there. Okay.
So those are on the winners.
Oh, that's not a hot seat match. It's the hot seat match for Bracket A. There's also Bracket B, which has winners on it. Alex Pagalayan versus Max Eberly.
Oh, that'll be a good match.
Also, we have Arturo Rivera, and I believe versus Tang Ho, who's still in it. Steve Engelberg, or Steve... Hold on, let's see if I can find the master list.
You know,
winner of Tang Ho and Art Garcia will play Steve Akins, and then go on to play Efren Reyes, then go on to play Amar Kang. So we've got quite a few matches left in the itinerary for you guys, folks.
And speaking of Amar Kang, he's been, he played over here on table 6. I see him warming up again on table 6 over here. I got to tell you, I love watching him play.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What a fantastic player this guy is. I watched him up at the Chuck Markoulis up in Reno, and wow, what a treat.
Yeah.
Okay, now Rodney has given the table back with ball in hand. We only have one little trouble spot, but it's a straight-in combination. I don't see Ernesto or Oscar. Did he hook him? No. Did he hook himself on that too? Oh, boy, that's a big surprise. Came a little too far. Wow. I don't see that Oscar is playing with the thin shaft.
No, he has changed the diameter of his shaft considerably. I think over the past year or two.
Yeah. Because he was playing with, I know that it was super small. Both he and his dad were playing with those. Super skinny, like pencils. But he switched back to a fatter shaft, so. Well, he's not happy with himself in the first place with this rack because he had a wide open rack and got himself out of shape on that too. And so, boy, oh boy.
All right, so he's got a shot on the 4 ball here.
Your call.
And
you're calling. Boy, I bet you Oscar is so glad to be back at the table.
Well, yeah. I mean, any match you're in at this stage of the tournament, you're going to just be happy to be shooting at any stage of the match.
Absolutely. Just it starts to get down to this level, and everything just gets super critical.
Yeah, well, Oscar's ahead, and he's
now it's a matter of nerves, you know.
Swing out of it.
Matter of nerves and keeping your cool and.
Just a second, Mark. I'm gonna take exit for just.
Okay, I'll keep them occupied.
I'll be right back.
Sayonara.
Keep the chat room open here.
All right, so another game down here. Oscar has pulled ahead. You know, this is very similar to the last match where one of the players, you know, started to get ahead. So we'll see how this runs down. Oscar Dominguez 4 against Rodney the Rocket Morris 3. Or excuse me, 2. And Oscar back at the break. Oscar's been breaking very good. Certainly like to thank our sponsor, Kamui Tips, and Chalk, and products, etc. Absolutely fantastic tips. I have 2 of them. Love them. Somebody wanted to know about Bo Brennigan's story. Well, I don't. Here's what I know a little bit about him. He's been playing the tournaments down at House of Billiards in Sherman Oaks on Monday nights. Put on my New World Billiards. He's been doing very well in them. This kid, and he's a kid, and I believe he won the junior something championships. All I know is he was junior state champion or something or other, or national even. I'm not quite sure. I think Daniel knows a little bit more than I do. But young kid, and his style of play and his looks are very reminiscent of Johnny Archer. So that's about all I know. I'm not a wealth of information on that. Daniel, I do think, has more and knows more about this kid. But boy, when I've seen him playing at House of Billiards, my, what a great player. So obviously he's been doing very good here. And yeah, we had John in here earlier on the commentary from Kamui. What a great guy. And we added some trivia questions, gave away some Kamui chalk. And then JJ we had on the stream here not too long ago, and he gave away a wonderful, wonderful giveaway of this video of Jay Swanson from way back when. So just some fantastic stuff going on here. And for any of you that tuned in yesterday, I think you would agree yesterday was phenomenal. We had all kinds of people here commentating on the stream, pro players and people helping us. It was absolutely fantastic. And today is a real treat, because we got the best of the best all rising up to the top of the ladder. The 16th annual Jay Swanson Memorial Tournament here at Hard Times, Bellflower, California, put on by CSI, Q Sports International, sponsored by Kamui. And we have pooltracks.net, Don Espinosa, keeping all the stats on all these players for this event. Want to give a special thanks to Spanky, Christopher Fitzgerald, who has helped us tremendously during this event, both on commentary and finding out information, and also Doug Wu. A big thanks to Doug from the West Coast Pool Players. You can check them out at westcoastpoolplayers.com. And be sure also to go on to playcsipool.com and check out big events coming up in Reno. One is a big $25,250 added event. And then there's a World PPA 9-ball shootout. They're both going on later on this month in February. And at the Grand Sierra Hotel and Casino in Reno. Should be a very exciting events up there. Go online, check it out, enter, and let's have some fun. And meanwhile, Oscar here is running through this rack quite systematically. You know, his speed control is just absolutely immaculate. And this is, you know, both Oscar and his dad are true gentlemen of this game. They are always cool. Very personable. Oh, just all around great guys. Now, as the day progresses here, however, in the booth, and we have the Super Bowl coming, or not the Super Bowl, but the big football. Football is going to be rearing its head here in the back of us at some point, and we've already started to get some commotion. And I know that somebody did some hollering over here a couple of minutes ago, and Oscar did notice and stopped and got back down on his shot. So, and he takes down another one. Wow. Okay, well, Rodney's got his hands full. That's for sure. This is a big deal with Oscar at 5 right now. Although anything can happen, this is 9-ball. We all know about 9-ball. Oscar Dominguez versus Rodney the Rocket Morris. Most of you have seen these two players many times on the ESPN and other various channels promoting the billiards world. Very nice break. Ball down, a shot on the 2, a runnable rack if you're Oscar Dominguez. But I sure don't want to, I don't want to jinx him with the commentators' jinx. So I'm just going to say that Oscar's a good player. How's that? Ha-ha. Kind of cover my tracks, so to speak. Don't want to put the whammy on anybody. You know, we really want to thank all of you viewers here that have been visiting our stream. Both yesterday, we had tremendous turnout. And it's all thanks to you guys. And we've had really good turnout today so far. I expect it's going to go up even more as some of these matches start to wind down. And it's just such a huge honor to have so many of you interested and coming on and sharing all of this with us. And if you're feeling generous at all, I know money is tight, but do log on to povpool.com, throw a couple of bucks our way. Greatly appreciated. We would eventually like to get to the point to bring you that second camera. And you know, equipment's expensive, for sure. And big thanks to everybody that has donated to us. We really, really do appreciate it. When Daniel gets back, maybe I'll have him go over the thank you roster again. You know, I love watching Oscar's play You know, he does not take things for granted. He really plans his stuff, all of his shots out. And he's generally, you know, he generally puts that cue ball wherever he wants it. He's usually not off by, you know, hardly even an inch, one way or another. Now this is what I'm talking about. He just made that shot, and he's shaking his head as he's coming down back here looking at this straight in 5-ball shot, because this is maybe probably a half an inch not where he wanted to be. And he's shaking his head about it. And I'm sitting there going, are you kidding? I would have been thrilled with that shape. But we're talking Oscar Dominguez. He expects perfection. And that's really the sign of a champion. You know, I've seen a lot of this on this table today, for sure. Okay, now he's down looking at this 8. He just wants to make very sure that he handles double pocket, although double pocket has not seemed to be a problem for Oscar at all. In fact, every pocket I've seen him go into double pocket has been smack dab in the middle of that pocket. Yowza. All right, folks. Wow. Well, he's putting the hurts on Morris. Rodney's over there. What can I do? Not a thing. Not when you got Oscar on the table with a cue in his hand. Dangerous combination. Ha ha. Sorry about that. I'm pressing buttons a little bit too much. POV, point of view, pool. Come on, Eli. Come on. Come on, Eli. All right, we have another good break here. A ball down and a shot on the 1 and a pretty darn open rack. It looks like from here there's no trouble spots on this. All right, so here he goes. He's got this. And I'll tell you, it's not looking too good for the Rocket here right now, because Oscar just needs this rack for the win. Yeah, Rodney might be watching the Super Bowl after this. And sorry for that earlier. As you can all guess, I'm not exactly a big football person. I did hear something about football this weekend. I didn't realize that it was the Super Bowl. My bad. So now you know a little bit more about me. Or I did forget that it was the Super Bowl because I'm on very limited sleep, so I might have actually heard that it was, but since I don't really follow it, I'm just kind of clueless. I apologize to all you sports fans for that. All I know is there was going to be a lot of hollering going on behind this booth. All right, now he's really looking over this 6 ball here because he wants to, knowing Oscar, there's an exact spot on this table. He wants that cue ball for that 7. He doesn't want to have to work too hard. This is the last rack. He just wants to close it out. He is on the hill right now, and the Rocket only has 2 games. So this is, I'm sure he's sitting here thinking to himself, let's get it closed out and get one more game down. Yeah, how deep are we into this tournament? I believe we have 16 players left. I'm not 100% positive about that, but I believe it's about 16. I think there's 8 on each side. Okay, he did not want to come back that far. A big sigh. Oscar just let out a big, huge, deep breath. I know he didn't want to be quite this far over. He's got a little bit of a look on his face like, you got to be kidding me. But he's at the table and he's on the hill. Gosh, I'm letting out a big sigh too. Oh my God. Avoided the scratch, drilled it into double pocket. Oh my God. Well, who knew? Just saying. Wow. And just like that, folks, a turnaround. Oscar did not close this match out, and the Rocket just jumped back in. Exciting stuff going on here. Where are we, Daniel?
We're at Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California, streaming the CSI-sponsored 16th annual Jay Swanson Memorial Tournament.
So you are still awake. Amazing.
Well, I look like it, don't I?
Amazing. You know, you got to hand it to Daniel. He's, you know, this has been quite an event for us here, and there's been very little sleep involved, and from the prep time to the actual stream time here.
Yeah.
And during this whole thing, so hats off to Daniel, who's really been operating on a less than empty tank of gas, and he's still at it. Hard worker and committed.
What, hardly working?
A hard worker, I said, and committed to bringing this stream to everybody, no matter what. Doesn't matter what happens, the stream is going to somehow remain up and interesting.
Interesting, to say the least.
And you're going to get all the information you need, as much as we can provide it.
That's right, folks. And I want to thank our audience and some of its moderators who have, you know, tirelessly been working to make this stream a good quality stream.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of help, you know, I must say, this whole tournament.
Yes.
It's been fantastic.
CMBWSU, Upstate Al, Fast Eddie, World Alvin of Inside Pool Magazine,
Doug Wu.
Doug Wu of WestCoastPoolPlayers.com.
Spanky.
Spanky79, Christopher Fitzgerald. I want to thank my guests, yesterday and today. June Amwat, Mary Avina, Doug Wu, John Bertone, Max Eberly came onto the stream. Marie Lim has been on the stream. Who else have we
Amir?
had?
Did Amir? Was Amir here? Amir was here?
White for a little bit. Tang Ho was here this morning with us.
That's right.
Andy Chen was here as well.
Absolutely.
And he played in the Swanee event.
Yes, he did.
Corey Harper. Look forward to hearing from Corey Harper after this match. He'll be commentating with myself. We're going to commentate the next match coming up, and that the players are to be announced. So we just really appreciate your help with promoting and for contributing to the stream. POV Pool is basically working for peanuts on this event, literally, so feel free to donate to Point of View Pool in order to keep bringing you streams and to improve on the stream and the equipment and everything else that is involved. Website development. It takes a lot of work to make this happen. Editing videos, interviews, trailers, all of that is all done for free right now. So please feel free to donate to POV Pool. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Kamui Tips and Kamui, John Bertone. I'd like to thank CSI Pool and PoolTracks.net for providing us with real-time statistics on all of the streams that you've been watching. So please check out PoolTracks.net.
Here, here. I second, third, and fourth all of that.
All right, so now back to the match. Rodney has taken a game down. It's 6-3. Oscar on the hill.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he just jumped right back in this game.
Well, he did.
1 9-ball miss.
Look at this.
I know.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Run this out.
Here we go.
Let's see if we can.
You know, he got rested. He was well rested. He was over there resting.
Yeah.
While Oscar was running racks.
Yeah, Big Dennis in the chat room noting that Rodney is a heck of a comeback player.
Yes, he is.
Keep the break on his side.
Man, this is excitement.
It absolutely
I'll
is.
tell you what. See, I knew that Oscar had gotten a little funny on that 8-ball, you know, and he managed to fire it in and avoid the scratch, but it just put him funny on the 9. It's not where he wanted to be. And voila. Here you have it. A 2-pack.
That's right.
It's 2, right? So far, 2 in a row. Well, Rodney's feeling much better being back at the table and back in this match.
Hold on a second. The beads weren't. Were the beads counted right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6-5.
6-5.
Yeah, we just need to update this one, and there you have it. We now have a match. What do you want to bet $1 it goes Hill Hill?
Sure, why not?
Oh, why not? You know, JJ asked me about my dollars and whether I'd collected any or I'd given any away, so.
Another great break.
Another good break and a shot on the 1. Yep. 3rd pack coming, somebody says, yep.
That's right.
Looks like it. Oh boy. All right. Well, he's frowning a little bit. It's not exactly where he wanted to be on this 2, and he's got work to do getting on this 3-ball. So maybe he's going to duck. He's going to put that cue ball right behind the 8, or the 5, excuse me, and successfully has executed that safety. Although Oscar's going to be able to hit it for sure. And let's see where it ends up. Oh, look at this. I think he was trying to go into that 9 ball into that corner.
Well, he gives it right back to Rodney.
Yeah. You know, Rodney's real good at the combinations. He doesn't miss too many of those. Oh, all right, he's all right. He's not real happy because the cue ball drifted over to the right there, and got an awful lot of noise behind us right now.
Super Bowl Sunday going on.
Oh yeah, I had to apologize, everybody in the room. I said I started to say there was Super Bowl, and then I go, well, I don't know if it's the Super Bowl, but it's some kind of football something or other.
That's right, New England Patriots.
I'm telling you.
Giants.
And then I had to let everybody know that, you know, I just don't follow football. I'm just not in the know, you know. But I did kind of remember something about Super Bowl, and I thought it might be today. So they learned quite a bit about me. Look at this. There was your 3-pack. Just executed with a nice combination on that 9. And you notice how he just got down and shot that. He really didn't. He didn't look. He looked once and went, yep, I've got this shot. Oh, and I have to tell you out in the audience here, very interesting. I've been trying to get, you know, some still shots with the still camera during this tournament. And most of the time I don't have any trouble, but with Rodney Morris, very hard to get a shot of Rodney Morris because he's always on the move. And even when he gets down on the ball, he's usually, by the time I get the camera focused, he's already up or on his way up. So you end up with a bunch of blurred shots of Rodney. Very difficult.
Really? Look at that break.
I know, I'm telling you. Look, and the 9. Look at the 9. 9 sitting right there in the middle of the corner. That pocket, holy cow. And dry break.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oscar's looking at a 1-3 combo here.
Oscar's looking at the fact that he's at the table and he's on the hill and the 9's in the corner.
Yeah, he might just really play it safe here.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. Because he's looking at it right now. That's exactly right. I just said he's looking at that 9 ball.
It's true. Corey Harper standing over us said there is a 2-railer into the 9, and he pulls the cue ball there behind.
That's right.
In the 6.
2-way shot.
You know, executes an automatic safety.
And he's going for it.
I don't think he's going for the combo, the 1-3 combo. Yeah, he's playing safe. You know, like I said, I figured
boy.
He probably just. Now, will Rodney play the 2-railer?
Oh yeah, that's the big question.
If this cue ball wasn't so close to that rail, maybe.
Yeah, he's going
to do the same thing. That's right. He's going to bring that cue ball back around.
Look at the speed here.
He's going to do a better safety though than Oscar pulled off. Oscar can't see the 1. He's going to have to kick at it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Look at that. Oh.
Unbelievable.
Well,
Look at this, I'm telling you what.
He's up okay, you know.
I know.
The gods are smiling on him right now, the pool gods.
I'd like to get a hold of those guys. The pool gods. Look at that shot. Now, that was a shot. And again, he doesn't take much time, you know. Rodney once he sees what he wants to do, he just gets down and shoots. Of course, that's why they call him the Rocket. Of course, he's not being a rocket right now because, you know, this is a critical point in this game with Oscar Dominguez on the hill. He's got to be careful what he does. He can't. That's a smart shot.
All right.
keep
so,
Oscar on the
Rodney really working hard to maintain control of this match.
Absolutely.
And, you know, especially being hill with each other. I mean, this is just phenomenal pool.
Yes, it certainly is. I have to let everybody know. I thought this was quite amusing. Somebody in the chat room said they had a contract out on the pool gods. I think I'll get in line for that one.
And with the 1 ball and the 9 ball so close to the pocket like that, oh, I think that's it. I think you can see that 1 ball.
I don't know. I can't tell from here. You might be right. I can't tell by his facial expression right now. We'll see when he gets down. Look, oh yeah, he's not doing anything funny with the cue ball. So.
Well,
Look at this. Guess
there.
what, guys?
Wow.
Gonna be a short rack.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be hill. Do you owe me $1?
It is 6-6 though.
No.
Look at the beads.
Is it? Oh, it is hill. My bad.
There was that.
I
9
forgot
ball.
about the 9-ball combo.
Yeah,
That's
9-ball
right.
combo.
Holy cow. Oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Oh!
He missed.
Drama and it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Really, my nerves can't take this. I'm not even on the table. But
wow.
I can so feel exactly where they're at.
Yeah, well, this isn't over.
I know.
No.
Not by a long shot. Oh, God. I'll tell you what. If I were either, yeah.
Well,
Corey Hopper says he's going to play the 9.
This could be a monumental shot right here.
This really could. Let's take a gander at this.
Oh, the 2.
So many.
This is the
Look
left
at this.
corner pocket.
There were 3 different things that could have happened on that shot. We had 3 different balls going towards pockets.
Yes, but none of them went.
And none of them went.
And Rodney still has work to do.
I know. I know.
I don't think the 3 goes past the 6 ball.
I don't think it does
for a
either.
shot in the corner. Oh, he missed the 6.
Oh my God.
Oh, goodness. Look at this.
Wow, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I just can't take it.
Okay, I can tell you right now, we're definitely not going to see a triple combination.
No, we're not.
And I would almost expect Oscar to play the automatic safety.
Yeah.
Following the. Oh no, he's playing the other side of the 2.
Yeah, why is he doing that? Clue me in.
Well, if he were to play the cue ball into the 6 and the 3 to play safe on the 2, what he's going to be doing is essentially bringing the 2 ball back down towards the 9. And if there's any miscalculation in that shot, he could end up selling out a 2-9 combo. So I think he's going to go for the other side of the 2.
Well, I thought
you could set the combo up with that safety, but if you were any margin for error on that.
Yeah, no. Well, I thought what I thought he was.
That corner pocket by the 9.
What?
Like we played the 2 ball.
He could play the bank and make the 2 ball off the 9 if he doesn't glance the 5.
See, this is what I thought exactly he was going to do. I thought he was going to bring the cue ball over here behind the 3.
That was a great shot.
That's what I thought he was going to do.
That's the shot I was talking about, and he was.
I see.
He was sort of like not looking at that at first.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man,
A miss.
Rodney just.
Wow.
Okay, well, this is big. Oh my God. This is big.
Oh, Rodney worked really hard to get where he was.
Oh my God.
Hill.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm holding my breath. Can't take it. Oh, wow. Oscar Dominguez in the house takes this match down in a fierce hill come from behind battle. Oh my God.
Absolutely, and
wow.
Oscar advances to the
hot seat match that he will be having later on with the winner of, I wonder where that piece of paper is.